Hi everyone, Chris Buick here from UK Film Review, here to talk to you about a brilliant little indie film called Madison Baker Was Here, written and directed by Matt Gray, starring Madeleine L'Engle, JC Shaper, Izzy Weaver and Sophie Jenkins. So this film tells the story of the eponymous Madison Baker, a young girl who the very next day is about to leave her life in California and move halfway across the country to Kansas, thanks to her father getting a new job. When we first meet Madison and her family, they are in the final stages of packing, and at which she is visited by her three friends, Cassie, Blair, and Nina. Madison becomes upset, realizing that this is probably the last time the four of them are ever going to really see each other before Madison moves away. So the girls come up with the idea to sneak out that night and have one last night of fun. Eventually, but reluctantly, Madison agrees, but not before she has to bribe her younger sister to keep her mouth shut and not tell her dad. But that night, the girls do head out for their night of hijinks, but unsure where to go or what to do, they ultimately end up sitting outside their school. Cassie pulls out a bottle of vodka and passes it around, which has disastrous results for one of the girls, Nina, who consumes a little too much. But ultimately, with no clear direction for the night, it's not until during a game of Truth or Death, or their version of Truth or Dare, that Madison reveals that not only does she feel that no one's ever even going to remember her, but that the boy she has a crush on at school and has never revealed her feelings to will never know. So the other girls decide that this will be her last chance to do so. So they convince Madison that they should go to his house and she should reveal everything to him before she goes. So then they begin their long journey into the night and into the early morning, where they meet some unique characters and get into some strange situations and have some real heart-to-hearts along the way. Now, the first 5 to 10 minutes or so of this film I was a bit skeptical about what I was in for. There is a joke about a clogged toilet that goes on maybe a bit too long, and it was unclear to see what direction this film was going to take. But by the end of the film's 80 or so minutes, I was left with a big smile on my face. You can see that this film is made on a limited budget, but you can also see that everything they had was thrown at this film in order to make it as good as it possibly can be. The soundtrack fits pretty nicely with its overall indie feel. The lighting from all the night shoots, which were apparently hard on the cast, have paid off greatly in terms of the overall look of the film, and pretty much all the other technical aspects have come together really nicely to a really high standard. But what really stands out for this particular film, and what for me are the most important aspects of any film, are its story and its characters. You know, there are some classic coming of age films out there, and while there is a definite John Hughes vibe here, where I actually think this film takes a lot of its cues from, either consciously or subconsciously, is a couple of other films, such as my personal all-time favourite coming-of-age film, Stand By Me, and more recent example being the brilliant Booksmart. And what makes those films work as well as they do is that they make us want to go on this journey with these characters, and that's what Matt Gray does here. He makes us want to see Madison and her friends succeed and care about what they're doing. And that's a testament as well to how well these characters are all written. Each of the four female leads they feel unique with their own different voices and quirks and mannerisms. They look and talk and act like young girls should. The script has real moments of levity, it has some silliness, it has some darker, more grounded moments that all keep the film feeling fresh and balanced and really well paced. There are a couple of moments where the dialogue isn't too sharp. Aside from the toilet gag at the beginning, there are a few jokes that are a tad cringy, but there are some really brilliant one-liners and more than one well-placed callback gags. There are also some surreal plot points that you kind of just need to go with. but they're the right kind of silly that means it all still works and they're more to be enjoyed than scorned. But yeah, Madison Baker Was Here is a really nice, well put together, indie done right film, and definitely worth 18 or so minutes of your time.